Well, we see you in a lot of serious roles, I think, all the time, besides Lomatic with his schizophrenic, whatever, personality. Would we ever see you in a comedy? Do you like to, would you like to, because you have a great laugh too, besides your killer smile. So do you see yourself doing comedy? Do you?
I mean, you know.
Or have you done comedy?
You know, I think as far as me seeing myself do comedy, I would love the opportunity to get some work that has a comedic flair. Comedy isn't something that you try to play, you know, if you really want to be honest. Like Lomatic, you know, it's not that I was trying to play funny, I was playing it so serious that it comes off as funny, you know, and I think even with the Turk Barrett role, and you know, like a lot of people come up to me in the street and tell me I stole a whole series with one scene, and that was just Turk Barrett responding to when the guy Tone gets thrown off the roof with Cottonmouth, and you know, my line basically summarizes, you know, the whole scene, and then boom, people come up to me all the time. Oh my God, you were so funny. That one scene was the funniest.
What was the line?
You cats, you Harlem cats is crazy. I'm going back to Hell's Kitchen where it's safe. And you know, and then now people on YouTube, they got these videos of me like getting all this abuse and beat up, you know, in Hell's Kitchen, and then I'm in Harlem talking about you Harlem cats is crazy. I'm going back to Hell's Kitchen where it's safe. You know. So and that was written, but you know, I guess it's the choicing that makes it funny. You know what I mean? It's how you do it that makes it funny.
Well, we see you in a lot of different Netflix, like you're in the Netflix family. You're also in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You're,
and even that character, the people say that's funny. You know what I mean? Like people stop me for that and say, "Oh, that character's so funny."
What is it about Native American quotes that you're drawn to?
Well, my grandfather was part Cherokee Indian, and
really?
and I think the Native Americans is a blueprint of some of the most heinous acts and criminal acts that has ever been committed upon a people, and doesn't get any attention at all. I think it's one of those. And Africans and Native Americans, they had relationships 300,000 years ago. So really, you know, we've been intermingling with Native Americans. So Africans and Native Americans are pretty much the same, in my opinion. But yeah, you know, I just really feel the spirit of the people, and I love the people. You know.
Well, what are you most passionate about then?
What am I most passionate about?
Yeah.
Probably this acting game. You know, I mean, I feel like, you know, you have to be passionate about it, especially as a male, when you decide that you are willing to put family and stuff like that on hold to pursue this. You know, because sometimes you have to make that choice. Do you want to be out there just having kids randomly and then still try to pursue this, which is a whole nother pressure that I didn't particularly want.
Right.
And, you know, so you make those decisions to say, hey, I'm going to be responsible and I'm not going to have this because I want to pursue that. So I think that kind of commitment to myself even shows my passion.
And if you couldn't act anymore, what would you do as a profession?
If I couldn't act anymore, what would I do?
If they took your Screen Actors Guild card away or whatever, your SAG card, does that mean you can't act?
Nah, well, you know, I design my own clothes.
Really?
I design my own T-shirts. Yeah, I designed the shirt I have on now.
Did you?
know, yeah. So, you know, I can design.
I can do anything.
Well, I mean, I ain't say that, but, you know, I mean, actually, I can if I put my mind to it. If I put my mind to it, yeah. But, yeah, I'll probably do something as far as consulting or designing or, you know, something like that.
What is Shadow Fleck?
Shadow Fleck, that's a name that was bestowed upon me as a child. You know, cats basically run in circles, and you know.
Your parents gave that to you, or your friends?
Nah, just homies. You know, his brother named Ron O'Neill. Actually, he was the first brother to start calling me Shadow Fleck. Shadow, and then it moved to Fleck. Shadow Fleck. So, and that's just because, you know, he was just saying, you know, I was cool, you know, quiet, and always on point. You know, that's something like that. I was just
even as a child?
Yeah,
a man-child?
Yeah, I never was the rah dude. You know, I never looked for the rah. You know, even though that's what my mom calls me, my grandmother called me rah. But I never was the you know, wow, you know, I've always been the cool, laid back, mind my business.
I was gonna say, you seem like the kind that observes the situation.
More than like having to jump into it. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And what do you do to relax?
Nah, what do I do to relax?
Yeah,
Man, relax. I play chess. I love playing chess. That's my escape. I love doing yoga. I'm a yoga practitioner, heavy into yoga.
Do you do hot yoga? What kind of yoga do you do?
I go to Sacred Brooklyn, and we do like a vinyasa flow. Sacred Brooklyn is in Brooklyn on Clifton between Bedford and Franklin, and we do like a vinyasa flow in the hot room, and it's like orgasmic. I love it. It's very centering. So play chess, yoga. I love doing mixed martial arts. You know, I love.
You're a boxer, right? Too.
Yeah, well,
I guess that's part of mixed martial.
Yeah, do everything. You know, I love that. That's relaxing for me. I love eating good food. You know, I like.
What is good food for you?
Man, good food is just hearty.
Is it something someone else made, or?
No, I love cooking myself. I like cooking. The only thing I don't like is washing
What's your
dishes.
go-to meal? If I was coming over and you had to make something to impress me, what would you make?
Oh man, it would depend. What country do you want to be in? Do you want
Your country.
I could make you a slamming African peanut chick. Do you eat chicken?
Yeah.
I can make you a peanut African dish that's stewed. That'll be over some basmati rice, slamming. That'll be excellent. I can make you some Mexican dishes.
I
like
could
some
pick a country
tacos,
and you could make
and
something.
I'll hook you up.
What's your favorite restaurant in Brooklyn?
My favorite restaurant recently has been Bo Bao. Bo Bao. It's a Senegalese African restaurant on Fulton Street. The actual address is 1235 Fulton Street. That's how I remember it. Yeah, yeah.
You walk into a bar, what do you order?
When I walk into a bar, I don't really go to bars. I'm not a big bar dude.
But if you walked into
Isn't
one,
this rapid fire?
Yes.
I just told you, I don't really go to bars.
Aw.
I mean, like if I walk into a bar,
you would just not order anything?
A
topless
juice
bar? Did
like,
you say topless bar?
I said tapless,
Oh.
but you said topless. So if I wasn't topless bar, I said I like her and her, yeah.
Okay. What is sexy to you?
Sexy is confidence. Sexy is being turned on, living in your pleasure. Sexy is being open to receive and give at the same time.
What's next for Rob Morgan?
Man, what's next for Rob Morgan is hard to say. You know, hopefully Rob Morgan will walk out of here safely and get back to Brooklyn safely and be able to look at this material and go in tomorrow and have a strong audition and, you know, the chips will fall in my favor, you know. But right now I have Godless is coming out. That's another Netflix program by Scott Frank.
Netflix is your daddy.
Netflix is my daddy. I love Netflix. I love Ted Sarandos.
I hope you own a lot of their stock.
I need to look into that, definitely. Right now, I just own a lot of their screen time. That's like stock, you know, for Netflix. But got Godless coming out. I play a Buffalo Soldier in there called John Randall. Did 3-4 episodes of that, I want to say. Yeah, that's coming out. Stranger Things 2 is coming out Halloween, if people can wait that long. That's coming out in Halloween. We have Mudbound that just sold at Sundance for $12.5 million, sold for the most money.
Did Netflix buy that too?
Yeah, Netflix bought that. So got that coming out. Has this movie Steps where I play the lead, Brian Coleman. We shot that in Jersey City. There's a brother named Eddie Harris wrote, direct that. Itchy House, Jay Rodriguez and Rock Mon Davis.
You're a busy man.
Well, I mean, you know, I just work, you know, just try to wherever the work take me. Work begets work. You know, one thing as an actor that you have to understand, your commitment basically is understanding that your full-time job is always looking for work. Yeah.
Well, thanks for sitting down and answering a few questions.
Thank you.
And it was a pleasure talking to you.
It's all my pleasure. Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me.